While the Walt Disney Company likes to proclaim that their direct-to-consumer streaming service, Disney Plus, is the number one name in streaming entertainment, the numbers related to watch minutes, or the time that consumers actually watch the service, paint a very different picture. Even their subscriber numbers pale in comparison to their competitors, such as Netflix. In order to augment these numbers, Disney has quietly folded statistics exclusive to Disney Plus in with their often bundled services such as ESPN Plus and Hulu in order to raise those numbers as high as possible, contrary to prior investor guidance. Now, they're taking things one step further by announcing that their newest streaming service will also be folded into their quote combined DTC metric. Let's talk about Disney's upcoming flagship ESPN streaming service possibly being made a tile within Disney Plus to try and bump up the numbers for their fledgling streaming service, here on That Park Place.
There's something that I want to bring up here that you probably will not see this analysis anywhere else. That's not true. The Midnight's Edge folks are geniuses, and Valiant Renegade, we've talked about it a little bit there. But this is something that you won't see from the theme park channels talking about this. Disney revealed a little sleight of hand. They revealed a little hint at something that they're going to be doing. Now, I have often complained that Disney Plus is not actually profitable. In November of 2021, maybe it was don't harsh me on the month there. In 2021, they had an investors day in which they said Disney Plus will be profitable by, well, today. The date has passed at this point. In that, they had Hulu as a separate service that would be profitable before that. Now, we don't know if that ever happened. And there's a lot of good reasons to think that that one of those did happen and the other one did not. Hulu, I do believe, is profitable. And every indication, it is a streaming service that everyone is used to having ads on. I know that there's some people without the ad-free with the ad-free model, whatever. That doesn't affect this. But they can scale ads a lot quicker without people complaining about it because they can charge people for people watching the stuff. And it doesn't, raising the price of Hulu makes a bigger stink to consumers than it does than raising ad rates, which are much more flexible. Disney Plus, they had to add ads in, and also you have to be watching what's on the streaming service in order to make money on ads on Disney Plus. And as we're seeing the numbers online, Bluey is the only thing that consistently makes it into the top 10 streaming charts. Almost nothing makes it into this sub chart of the streaming originals for television. Of course, Moana is over there on the top movie content, but it's this little sliver right here. So what Disney has done is, instead of saying here are the profits and losses from Disney Plus, they've come up with a new figure, and it's called combined DTC by quarter. And instead of saying, hey, look at our entire year and see how much we made on Disney Plus, they say, well, Hulu and Disney Plus combined makes this much. By the way, ESPN Plus, when we add that in, it's profitable. So the first time that they said combined DTC was profitable, they were actually even augmenting that number further. Now it seems like they've gotten to the point that they're saying Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN Plus are all in one figure, and that is technically profitable on a quarter-to-quarter nature. Well, as I've often said on this channel, Valiant Renegades and Pros, they're going to turn Disney Plus, they're going to slice that nameplate off of Disney Plus, slap it onto Hulu, and pretend it's profitable. The earnings call gave us our best information on just what's going on here. There was a little comment, and there was music playing, and Bob Iger was talking, and it was almost like they were giving you information, but very quietly they added in a little comment about ESPN. Let's see. Where is it? Here we go. By giving subscribers the option to watch what they love most across the worlds of Disney all in one place, we are turning Disney Plus into the ultimate streaming destination, Iger said. Again, saying that Hulu is the one people are watching, or ESPN on broadcast. With the recent additions of Hulu and ESPN tiles on Disney Plus, we've created a seamless streaming experience that is both convenient and user-friendly, resulting in higher engagement for our bundle subscribers. And when ESPN's new direct-to-consumer offering launches in early fall, subscribers will have the option to access the full suite of ESPN's networks as well as ESPN Plus from inside Disney Plus. So instead of offering you, by the way, it's probably going to be like $50 a month. And that's venue, was going to be like 30 to 50, depending on if you got the introductory rate. So the idea of full on ESPN right here, probably going to be $50 a month. They want you logging into Disney Plus and then adding on ESPN flagship or whatever they call this on top of Disney Plus, so that then they can say ESPN subscribers, no, look how great Disney Plus is doing. Vash, am I crazy?
I mean, this was wild. This was a connection that you made actually during the show, and well, with the Valiant's coverage of it, that is, and something I didn't actually hear or pick up myself. They had been talking about ESPN flagship for a long time. I believe even Dana Walden was asked about it specifically at the Morgan Stanley Technology Conference, and they were very proud of their upcoming product, whatever it happens to be. So to fold it into combined DTC like this, and maybe even making a tile on Disney Plus, that's really something right there. I could not have anticipated that. Maybe I should have, but and the reason why is because you would have thought that they would have separated out the ESPN brand, and well, I don't really know how much spillover there is from somebody who is a big fan of Disney, who wants a Disney product and is looking to maybe have ESPN incorporated with it. These have been distinct brands for a reason, so this is very odd, unless you want to make the numbers look as high as possible.
Right. Well, because Disney has nothing to do with Hulu content, and this is something that I'm going to bring this live stream into completely different territory by bringing this up, algorithmically speaking. If you log in, if you happen to have a Hulu account, even if you haven't linked it with your Disney Plus account, if they know that you have a Hulu account, they will go ahead and put Hulu shows on Disney Plus right now. So if I log into Disney Plus, because I went the other day to go check on Moana 2, which I'm not going to lie, one of my kids, the rest of them not so crazy about it, love Moana and also Moana 2. But before I get to that, right there, the perfect Bob Iger Disney item is right there. It's a rated R movie called Anora, which is about a let's say she's a transactional lover. That is the softest way that I think I can refer to that here. That is the first thing coming up on Disney Plus. Now, I know that people are saying, oh, well, you should have the parental controls on. No, I'm an adult and I'm the person who opened the app. And I think it's inappropriate that is the first thing that pops up when I open Disney Plus. They're trying to do anything they can to get eyeballs on this streaming service. By the way, they're now putting, there you go, Joshua Hammond, Lady of the Night. Now, I don't think she's a vampire, but I haven't watched the film. I've had enough people tell me, even people that are not as strict about what they watch as me, saying that no, that's completely inappropriate for a children's branded streaming service, unless Disney is saying that Disney is not a children's branded name. They're literally doing anything that they can, including spending $100 billion to try to make Disney Plus look like it's working when it really is not. Hulu working. ESPN, well, they have things that people want to watch regardless of their participation in it. So yeah, ESPN is working. Disney Plus, it's not working. So sorry, this is a constant gripe that I have, and eventually I will be correct. It'll be one streaming service called Disney Plus that has all of these other things that Disney had to buy in order to. By the way, Anora is not distributed by Disney, so they must have made some kind of special deal in order to make this happen.
I mean, we are a long way from the old days when Miramax used to be a distinctly separate brand and also almost a distinctly separate company. And, they would go on to produce Pulp Fiction, and nobody would know that Disney was actually bankrolling that film. Man, how times have changed. And you really have to think and wonder, what does Disney really mean? How does it distinguish itself in the marketplace? In its current era, especially with its association with those type of films and this type of content and so forth. I mean, Disney used to set itself apart in very distinct ways. And sadly, it's become, well, just like any other company, but worse.
Yep, agreed.
Thanks for watching That Park Plays News. For more information, consider checking out www.thatparkplace.com. And don't forget to subscribe, share, like, and send this out on your favorite social media accounts.